Welcome to the post-portal edition of the Tiger Men's Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Marikas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Scarry. And Coach, as we delve into this new adventure every year of what has become college athletics, for the Tigers, it was an interesting mix. As you lost a couple of guys, you brought in a couple of guys. But let's start with the guys that didn't leave. And you're talking about the CAA Player of the Year in Tyler Tejada, and then Dylan Williamson, who was second team All-CAA, although I think he should have been first team.
So do I.
That is a great foundation to start with.
Yeah, no, it really is. It just, one, we're really excited. Sometimes it's like the best gets are the one you have, right? Those two guys, one I would tell all our fans and supporters have had great springs, like really good springs. You won't recognize them physically, so that's been really exciting. But they get good parents, good people around them. They're here for the right reason. It says a lot about our institution, the support from our athletic department, our staff. And we've tried to take a lot of pride in retaining guys. I think we were looking at it the other day that last 2 years we've been able to keep 17 out of 19 of guys that have not exhausted their academic eligibility, or 17 for 21s. A couple of kids went to grad school. So we really want to get people here at Towson and then continue to invest in them, and that kids that want to be here and be here for a lot of the right reasons.
Did you sleep at night waiting on the decision from those two guys?
No, this has become really challenging in the off season. Like I said, Steve Eigenbrot, especially, and Terry Porter and our staff, Parfait and Pat and Chris and John Baruch did a really good job. But I do think when you talk about both Tyler and Dylan, we really tried to focus on where they can get to in the next 12 months, and what their basketball future holds. And I really believe that what we have in store and the work they're going to put in is going to lead to great things for them.
All right, now you did lose some players, some to graduation, some left for the portal, but Messiah Jones, Nenda Tark, Makai Lowry, Christian May, Radir Hicks, Tamiwa Suleiman, all will not be back with the team this year. Again, many for graduation reasons. But you brought in a couple of transfers. Let's talk about them. Tyler Schmidt from Vanderbilt. What has he offered to the team?
Valpo.
Valpo.
Well, you know what? He's a good player. He averaged 11 a game in the Missouri Valley, which is a really good league. Can really shoot the ball, puts it in the basket. We're expecting
39% from three.
Yeah, and over 80 from the foul line. We're expecting him to make a major impact on the perimeter right away.
And then from Wright Straight, Jack Dumbia, 11.5 points a game, almost 6 rebounds per ball game. He looks like a type of guy that could replace Tamiwa in that area.
Yeah, he's a really good ball handler. He makes things happen at 6'6", 12 and 7 in the horizon. A Maryland kid. He's got great energy, good athlete. We're fortunate. Chris Conway did a good job with him. Jack went to see a couple Atlantic 10 schools, and then came up here and really was excited about the chance to win, and that excited us about Jack.
And then your third transfer, Morris Seck, 7'1" from Fresno State. And I was trying to think, I think the last 7-footer Towson had was Derek Good back in the early 2000s. But be nice to see a 7-footer on the team.
So Patty O'Connell did a great job finding Moore, who's initially from Senegal. He's all a 7'1" with a 7'6" reach. He's a big kid. And Moore was at Hawaii. In his second year at Hawaii, he tore his knee in January, and then only missed one game last year, but he didn't feel like he was himself till kind of late in the year, which is kind of quick to come back from an ACL. When he came up, he worked out. He's going to give us something we haven't had, and obviously also force us, I think, to play 2 post guys at times. But he's a big guy. All 3 of these guys bring experience. Obviously, Moore was in the Mountain West, which is a big-time league, and guys we're expecting to help us right away.
And then you've got, you had Tyler Coleman and Cole coming back. They redshirted last year.
Plus Chike Ndefo, don't sleep
Ndefo,
on
the
him,
freshman,
yeah.
right. I was going to list him with the other freshmen.
Yeah.
what do they bring to the mix?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I mean, we've got a couple freshmen like we've had the past, including Chica, that I expect to make a major impact right away. We've got good freshmen coming in. Jaquan Womack, especially from Paul VI, and Team Takeover is as highly recruited of players we've ever gotten. And John Barton's a good
Now,
guard.
is he someone you can see stepping right in and getting
I do. I think we'll
minutes?
have a couple freshmen play minutes for us, much like Tejada and Williamson did a couple years ago. We're definitely expected that. But, like I said, the guys that also redshirted have gotten substantially better. We've kind of got you saw what we were able to do with Dylan Williamson during a redshirt year, and we feel like, we have a couple guys sitting out that have substantially gotten better.
Then I guess the next thing on the agenda is scheduling. And I know it's been difficult for you because I know you and I have talked through the last dozen years, and by February you've got a list of games that you've already got set up. But now with the portal, nobody knows who's going to have what, and nobody wants to get involved with scheduling until after they get the roster set.
Yeah, it's gotten later and later. Hopefully everyone's patient and people understand that. I think we'll have another challenging non-conference schedule. Pat O'Connell's working hard at it. We were tempted to kind of start listing every day the amount of schools that say no on social media, but we didn't think they'd make a lot of friends that way. But we are expecting a couple of big ticket items on the schedule, and some of that I think will be released soon. But we need like 7 or 8 games still.
Still.
We do.
Wow.
It's as late as it's ever been for us.
Any coaches out there? It's the man to call right here.
Yep.
All right. That will do it for this portal edition of the Tiger Men's Basketball Report. The coach and I, I'm sure, will be back with you soon, kind of soon.
Good luck to the men's lacrosse team this weekend.
All right. That'll do it.
The real Tigers will be up there.
That's right. Tigers versus the real Tigers. We'll see you soon.